Good morning, dear students. Let's start today's our lecture lesson. It will be about polysemy and homonymy, the linguistic phenomenon. Let's start. Our plan for today, meaning and polysemy, the semantic structure of word and the notion of the lexicosemantic variant, homonymy of words and word forms, sources of homonymy, classification of homonyms. The monosemantic words. Words having only one meaning are comparatively few in number in English. Terms, synonym, molecule, bronchids, some pronouns, this, my, boss, numerals. Most of the words in English are polysemantic. They possess more than one meaning. The more common the word is, the more meanings it has. Polysemantic words should be studied synchronically and diachronically. Polysemy in diachronic terms implies that a word may retain its previous meaning or meanings and at the same time acquire one or several new ones. Synchronically, we understand polysemy as coexistence of various meanings of the same word at a certain historical period of the development of English language. Types of meaning. Polysemantic words have first, primary meaning, second, derived or secondary meaning. Some of the old meanings can become obsolete or even disappear, but the bulk of English words and tend to an increase in number of meanings. The concept of central, basic, and marginal minor meanings may be interpreted in terms of their relative frequency in speech. The meaning having the highest frequency is synchronically its central or basic meaning. The word in one of its meanings is termed as lexicosemantic variant of this word. For example, the word table has at least 7 lexicosemantic variants. A flat horizontal slab or boat, usually supported by one or more legs, on which objects may be placed related adjective or mensal. Second, tablecloth. Third, food as served in a particular household or restaurant, a good table. Fourth, such a piece of furniture specially designed for any of various purposes, a backgammon table, bird table. Fifth, a company of persons assembled for a meal, game. Sixth, any flat or level area, such as a plateau. And seventh, a rectangular panel seated below or above of the face of a wall. Process to polysemy. First process, radiation, radial. Second, concatenation, chain. And the third is proliferation or mixture. Face, clock face, facade of building. Radiation, power, delegated authority, ability to control anything, moral or intellectual force, mechanical energy. Physical strengths. Concatenation is from Latin catena, chain, meaning linking together. It means that the meaning of the word moves gradually away from its original sense as a result of successive semantic changes. Still, in many cases, there is not a trace of connection between the sense that is finally developed and the primary sense. In case of concatenation, secondary meaning of a word develop like a chain. In such cases, it's difficult to trace some secondary meanings to the primary one. The last meaning have nothing to do with the primary ones. In such cases, homonyms appear in the language. It is called the split of polysemy, which sometimes leads to homonymy. Proliferation. Face, the front of the head, appearance, surface, expression, look, reputation. Homonymy and homonyms. Homonyms from Greek homos, identical, and onoma, name, are words which are identical in sound and spelling, or at least in one of these aspects, but different in their meaning. Bank, noun, a shore of Anglo-Saxon origin. Bank, an institution for receiving, lending, and exchanging money, was adopted from Italian. English is rich in homonyms due to its monosyllabic character. The identical form of homonyms is mostly accidental. They coincide due to the phonetic change in the course of their development. Lead, verb, and lead, noun. Tear, noun, and tear apart, verb. There are full and partial homonyms. There is a case of full and partial homonyms. It is connected with the concept of paradigms. Full homonyms belong to the same part of the speech. They share a paradigm. To blow, to send out a strong current of air. And to blow, to produce flowers. Blow, blows, blowing, blew, blown. Match and ball are also the examples of full homonyms. They coincide in spelling, sounding, and part of the speech. Homonyms, similar in sound, form, and spelling, are termed homonyms proper. For example, fast, adjective. Fast, noun. Homophones are homonyms which are the same in sound but different in spelling and meaning. For example, buy, verb, and buy, preposition. Homographs are words which are the same in the spelling but different in sound. Examples: lead, verb, lead, led. Full and partial homonyms. Partial homonyms. Homophone, it will divide into two parts. So first one is homophones, tail and tail, west and waist, flew, 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 bite, 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 and homographs, bow and bow, polish and polish. Classification of homonymy. Phonetic changes words undergo during their historical development. For example, in Old English night or night and night in Old English night. To write in written form from Old English and write Old English, read, write. Borrowings can, in the final stage of its phonetic adaptation, duplicate either a native word or another borrowings. For example, fair or fair deal, native or Anglo-Saxon origin. Fair or gathering of buyers and sellers, French borrowings. Word building, conversation, transferring from one part of the speech to another. For example, comb, noun, and to comb, verb. Shortening, fan from phonetic and fan, ventilator, rep. Or rep, repetition of representative. For modern linguistics, it is hard to distinguish between polysemy and homonymy. In case of concatenation, the last meaning can drop out of the polysemantic structure of a word. So, dear students, it is the finish of my today's lecture lesson. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.